It's a cold day, but not too bad. The sun's out at least, so that's kind of helpful. But the next few days after this, it's fixing to get really cold. So I want to get this at least this one done, and then we'll move on to something else. Hopefully, everybody's having a great Thursday, and almost got this guy done. And we'll probably run this live till about 10:30ish or so. And get all the sanding done and whatnot. And here's a piece of wood we found the other day, and still got a lot of work to do on it, but we'll get it there. Sound like a helicopter out in the distance. Yep, sure enough. Okay. Well, a lot of noise out here today, man. Airplanes and helicopters and everything else. Go ahead and put this one glove on, man. It's the one that sits still a lot, so. All right. Tranquil 555. Good to see you, man. How are you? How's everything in your part of the world? Cold here. It's real cold. Gloves. But let's see how long my hands hold. I'll probably do this till about 10:30, and then go find something warmer to do. If that makes any sense. I'll show you this bowl and the whole spoon where we are thus far. I call this like a little pocket camper. Definitely more stout than the old plastic things that you get in some of these big box stores and stuff. It'll keep it clean. It'll last forever, a long time. Yep, it's my favorite part right here, really. Getting it down to its base colors and everything. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a good morning. It's cold there too. It's I don't know, about 37 Fahrenheit, but the winds are blowing, so it's creating that wind chill effect. And at least the snow's finally gone and the ice is gone. Got a lot of mud, but today's the warm day, if you want to call it that. Then I think they said in the next couple days, if it's above 20 something degrees, we'll be lucky. We got more snow coming. I don't know how much, but I don't think they even do. All right. Yeah, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me, man. Subscribe if you're brand new here. I appreciate it. Yeah, you can see there's some really neat colors starting to come out in here. All right, let's turn it like this so we can get right up in here. Okay. Nature makes noise. Good to see you, man. How's everything up in your end of the world? Birds have been going crazy here, man. The squirrels and everything else. But we had a big snow a couple days ago, and it was quite challenging for even them to find anything. And I had come out here and dug the feeders out and got them some goodies, and they're making up for lost time now. They're just that's probably 10, 15 birds over there right now just doing their thing. All right. Yeah, snowy up there. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure if I'm talking cold, I know you are. So I found this old piece of wood over there in the wood line. I don't know, a while back. Been sitting over there a long time, and I like creating these little pocket camp spoons from them. And here's one I had just started the other day, letting it dry out a little bit. And been making these things a long time and everything, so something I enjoy to do. All right. Okay. You know, I'm wanting to say this may be cedar. I don't know, because it laid out there in the woods a long time, and it's got a red tint to it, just like this one does. I want to say cedar, but I really don't know for sure. I don't really smell an odor over it, but an aroma, I guess the right word. Oops. But who knows for sure. I can tell you it's old, though. I go over there and walk over there by the tree line over there, and a lot of the stuff's been covered over with leaves and just laying there for a long time. Let's see if I can find a piece of it here. Here's like a piece of it. I'm wanting to say this is probably maple. No, cedar, maybe. But we do a lot of maple. I like finding that spalted maple. It's got all the spalt lines going through it, you know, where the bugs, bacteria, and all that kind of good stuff have climbed through there. Kind of noisy out here today between helicopters and airplanes and all that good stuff. All right, let's turn it like this. Let's take a look. So we'll probably turn it about like this and get this piece of old belt sander here that broke on us. And all right, let's see what the screen says here. All right. Yeah, the swamp maple is great for that dark material. Yeah, yep, sure is. And we're really wet here. I'm about 6-7 miles from the Atlantic Ocean, right here on the coast of Virginia, in a little area called Newport News, and very wet, very humid. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, lots of winter birds up here, and I'm sure so. Absolutely. Y'all got a lot of snow now, or it's not real bad yet? We haven't even hit winter yet, and I mean, Virginia's pretty well south of Ontario, obviously, but we've already had 3 little snows, one decent one, and it's definitely a sign of things to come, I guess. It's already snowing and wind hadn't even hit winter. All right, guys, let's see here. We just got our first snowfall a few days ago. Wow, okay. So I guess we're all hitting about the same, but I would imagine here for long you're gonna win that snow race. All right, let's see what we have done over here. Oh yeah. I'll show you some of the stuff I use. These are hook knives. This is what creates the bowl of the spoon. Detail knife. Sloyd. These little sandpaper blocks. I use a lot of needle files and stuff like that. Nature, good to see you. How's everything? That's a bit, okay. 13 and 65. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, we have about the same 4 to 6 inches of snow. Yeah, we hit somewhere between 5 and 7 on Monday, and of course up until that moment they kept saying, "Oh, nothing, nothing," and I was hoping that we'd get something, but then all of a sudden it started, and I was hoping to bring the hot tent out to the winter tent and do something, but all I had time to do was to set it up and set the stove up, and I mean, we had a little fun, but it wasn't exactly a bona fide camping trip, but that's okay. It's early. It is early. Yeah, hey, man. All right, got 27 people in the room. Hit that thumbs up for me, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe. Make a comment, that way I can return the favor for you. I think this is going to be one pretty little spoon. Be the right size to put in your pocket or your backpack, and eat your soup. All right. Console Kingdom. This is a spoon, my friend. Here you go. So you can see. Little, what I call a pocket camper. Not very big, just big enough to put in your pocket or your backpack, and take it with you. No more sanding or wood carving outside. It is cold. It really is. It's cold, but as long as I stay here in the sunlight, it should be okay. And we won't stand out here for an hour and a half today like we did yesterday. The more sanding you do, the deeper it gets. You see the grain starting to really pop. All right, let's turn this guy over and face it this way. Okay. I gotta head to work for a few hours, and have a great day. You take care, man. Best wishes. Haven't carved a spoon in a while. Cool, man. And I know you know how much fun this is. Yep. I find this very relaxing. Right. I have been carving little men. Oh, okay. Cool. You making videos of carving those little men, or? Okay. It is relaxing. Yeah. I turned 65 back first week in November, and this is I've been doing this for a long time. Just I find it just very relaxing, and I'll sit out here and watch all the birds and the bird feeders and the bird bath, and walk over there and get an old piece of wood and start carving on it. And here's one that we had started. I'm letting it dry out, so it's a little moist. It's been laying on the ground for a long time. And I'm wanting to say that this is probably a piece of plum wood, from a fruit tree. That's what I'm thinking it is. But whatever it is, it'll do. All right. I just like to carve. I can't be bothered to set up. Oh, okay. I can understand that. I can. I just set the old my iPhone up on the little stand here and turn it onto a vertical live, and off we go. All right, let's turn it this way. Or better yet, let's do it like this. We got our little old piece of belt sander. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, I love to watch you work, and I want to learn. Okay, well, hang around with. We do a lot of shorts and good bit of lives and stuff like that, and there's a few long form videos and everything like that, and just to give you a basic thing, you find an old piece of wood, however long you want it to be, get an old a spoon from the kitchen and trace it, and then start cutting it. And whether you want to use knives or a hatchet or grinder or whatever else, Dremel, that's basically what we're going to do. And let's see, we got 14 people in the room, 6 thumbs up. That is what I did in Tran. I learned from others and picked up different ideas. That's it. Because you're going to find the tools that you have, the wood that you might have available is going to act differently than what I might have. And, there's probably, I don't know, a few dozen folks out here that do this kind of stuff and on YouTube and everything like that. Just watch what they do and then modify what they do to what you want to do. And before you know it, you'll have your own particular style. And there's really no wrong or right. I mean, you can do it the old-fashioned way, a lot of handwork, or you can use power tools or whatever. I like watching it all. But somewhere along the line, I got interested in making these like little camp spoons, and made a few forks and spatulas. And yeah, I love working with wood. Yeah, me too. I like seeing dry shavings get better. Yeah. Or my carvings get better. Okay. Yeah, the sun's hitting the screen. Good grief. Sound like the Air Force is alive and well over yonder somewhere. All right, let's take a look and see what we look like on that side. Oh yeah, we're starting to look pretty good here. All right, and we'll turn it up like this, or like this one. Won't be long, this guy will be ready to stay in the done pile. Yeah, this is from an old belt sander, and it broke, so even the sander broke. That's another thing, you know, you eliminate a lot of this hand sanding if you want to. If you buy yourself a bench grinder or something like that, or bench sander, I should say. Awesome, guys. I really love to work with woods. Good, excellent. 23 people in the room. Well, hit that thumbs up for me, man. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way I can return the favor. Make a comment, watch another video or something. And if you're wanting to learn how to do this, or you already know how, you can maybe see what I'm doing and incorporate what I do with what you do, and maybe I'll return to go see what you're doing, and before you know it, they'll all have our own particular styles, but learning from each other. Yeah, this works pretty good, you know, old broken piece of a belt sander, and as long as it's got enough length to where you move your hands a bit. All right. Yeah, they really are. Those bench sanders are. They hog off a lot of wood quick, and they can get down to that pattern level that real fast and stuff. But yeah, the other one I had, I don't know what happened to it. It just started doing weird things. It'd turn on and off of its own accord, and I said, you know what? That's all right. Maybe I'll get another one here in some weeks or something. I don't know. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, we're getting down there right decent, man. All right, let's take a look at this bowl. Yeah, great for shaping. I agree, totally. Yeah, yeah. I still think I prefer more things that are rounded than, you know, things that are kind of squared off. But those sanders are great for it. Give you a handful of a couple of minutes, and you got it down to that level that you like. I like these sanding blocks too. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, all right, yeah. Got 7 thumbs up. I started using the sponge sanding blocks when I got into woodcarving. Yeah, they are pretty convenient. For a long time, I used just the old flat sheets, and you know, and I kept seeing these things in various YouTube videos, and I said, well, let's give it a whirl. I guess that's a couple years ago now, maybe longer than that, but very convenient. They wash off. I last a long time. I think after we finish the sanding a little bit, then we'll let it dry out for a little bit of time, and then we'll give it a stain and stuff. So we'll just keep right on sanding for about another few minutes, or another 15 or so, and sound like the helicopters are coming back through. What the world's going on? Oh, that looks like a traffic helicopter. Like maybe out on a main road out there, something going on. Let's see here. I guess get ready to see here in a second. Nope. United States Army. All right. Angela, good to see you. How's everything? Working on another one of these little spoons here, and here's one of the ones that we are, piece of hunk of wood that we got out of the wood line a few days back, and made some cuts on it, letting it dry up and stuff. And nice and cold here today. Christmas holidays just around the corner. Huh? Been watching on Angela. I've been watching a lot of your cooking stuff. Good thing we don't gain weight while just watching, right? All right, man. Cool. Well, we got 11 people in the room. 8 thumbs up. I'd say that's a good thing. Awesome, man. Let's get our little hook knife here and smooth this guy out here. A while ago, we had this thing underneath a magnifying glass, and you could alternate between lighting functions and tones and stuff. You could see where the weak spots were, or if any high spots and stuff. Oh, you're certainly welcome. You are certainly welcome. A lot of very talented folks here on the YouTube channels, and cooking and arts, crafts, various things, gardening. We get to go to amazing places and travel that in our normal lives we probably never get a chance to go to. Let's see here. Yeah, that magnifier was cool. I guess about 2 or 3 months back, a company contacted me, wanted to know, they'd seen a lot of the carving stuff, and they said, hey, would you like to try this super magnifier? You know, I mean, people can use it for like building models. You're deep into heavy duty sewing and stuff like that. You know, if you're like me, I told my wife a little while ago, I said, my glasses are so old, the medicine done run out of them. So, and a magnifier makes life a good bit easier, I guess I should say. Yeah, so true. We travel the world with YouTube. Yes, we do. Yeah, you get to see those places that you might have only read about, like, say, in a magazine, National Geographic or Travel, something. And then when you realize that all those exotic, faraway places, there's just normal people living there, just like all the rest of us. Yeah. Yeah, jewelers would probably use it too. Yeah, watchmakers. I imagine folks that do make like fishing lures and stuff like that. But it's pretty handy. I mean, it's a big screen too, or big glass. And then it's got that one little place in it. It's a little circle that's like 100x, you know, and you can see, you know, spot down if you see a crack or anything like that. But I could imagine that you could probably use it to read a book if you had your uh, chair set up near a little table or something like that. And I mean, it's on like 3 different arms, you know, you can pivot it in a bunch of different directions. There's probably a dozen more ways of using that thing that we probably can't even think of yet. All right, 15 people in the room, 9 thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for me. Watch another video, drop a comment, and I'll come visit you. If you have a channel that's doing stuff. Alright, I think we're not far off as far as the amount of sanding that we're going to do here. And once we get all that sanding done, then we'll let it dry up for a day. And then we'll do our coloration, staining, sealing, all that good stuff. And if you're worried about damaging your stuff, you can always put like paper towel or something like that. But I really don't ever give it any thought because, I mean, the object of these things is kind of like a camp spoon. All right. You know, I'm wanting to say this is probably a piece of cedar, but I don't know for sure. Now this right here, this is a piece of plum. Over there in the wood line, there was some old plum trees. I even had one here in the yard, and had this line of storms to come through. Late June, knocked a bunch of it down, and I've been, you know, picking up this wood and storing it and drying it and everything, and because it was green up until a while ago, but I'll carve just about any wood really. So yeah, plum, yeah. Doesn't smell like plum, just, well, I don't know. It has a sweet smell, but it's definitely still got some moisture, and you can see how the lines are in it. And I think once this dries up, it's gonna be just a neat little, you know, pocket spoon. You know, my big old hands. Yeah, so. Yeah, the sanding is where it really, the colors really come out. Let's try something here real quick here. I had some water over there. Let's see what, get it wet. Of course, it's going to be totally much darker once the sealant gets in there, because that sealant is food grade mineral oil with coffee grounds, tea bags, even some crunched up old leaves from this year's summer trees and stuff. I love cherry bedroom furniture. Helen, good to see you. How's everything? Yeah, I love cherry and black walnut. Yeah, black walnut, that's awesome, man. Cherry is beautiful too. I have not seen any black walnut or cherry around here, or at least available to me, in a long time, but I'm always looking for something out here on the road. I know it's here, but you see the colors and how they're totally changing. Next time we go live, we'll bring the stain out and put it right here and do it right out here in broad daylight. That way it's you can see what it looks like. In the workshop, though, it's kind of hard to tell because it's bright in there, but it's still, sunlight gives a true representation of stuff. Okay. My husband uses pecan and hickory wood. Yeah, yeah. We used to do that years ago. Mesquite, any of the fruit woods, yeah, would do good. What, apples, cherry, plum, pear, peach. And I have carved spoons out of all of that stuff over the years. Yeah, I think the fruit woods definitely, they're very attractive woods. Cedar's not bad. Spalted maple is really cool. There's black lines and pockets running every which way. All right, let's see here. I keep asking everyone if they have cherry wood around where I live to get free wood to carve. Hey, that's the best way to do it, man. Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Here in this area right here, we have those big, like they call them bulk trucks. They're owned by the city, and they come and pick wood up and stuff. And I'll get in the truck and drive the neighborhoods and see what I can't find. And every once in a while, uh, you find the money haul. Oh, I see a nuthatch over there. Is What else is over there? Oh, Carolina chickadee. I see him. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's the best way to do it. I mean, I don't ever go to like a hobby store or a big box store buy wood, man. I just go pick it up, find it in the wood line, or if something here falls in the yard, get it. And I've had a number of fruit trees that have gotten damaged by storms and everything, and we need to start planting trees because they had reached their age, and storms came along and damaged them and everything. So, good. All right. All right, we got 19 people in the room. Hey, Tommy, what's up, man? Kind of cold over here, isn't it? Good to see you. Yeah. Did you get much snow, Tommy? Let's see here. All right, man. We got 16 people in the room. 12 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll come visit you if you have a channel. If not, you just love watching. I appreciate you being here. All right, let's take this thing out of the vise and see where we are. Might need to do a little bit more right here, but being that it is a camping spoon, the place that I really like to sand really good and get down to the grain is right up in here. And also, like the other day we were talking about, you want to test your spoon whether it actually works when it's heading to your mouth. It gets too thick up here, and it's not real good. You lose more of your soup than you do eat it. All right. I think after we do this, we'll put this one to the side, and then we still got a bunch of spoon blanks to work, little small things, and then we'll finish cutting this thing down to an appropriate size. And normally when I create sawdust, I'll save it. I'll put it up in a little baggie, and we create a hole or something like that. Use some wood glue, create a patch with the same color wood that you're using. This way it's not so noticeable. Yep. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, we're getting there. I need a little shaving in there, but it's gonna be a nice looking spoon. And take care of it. Oh, this thing will last a long, long time. Somebody will pick it up 200 years from now and say, "Oh, we made this." Okay, everybody. I appreciate it. We're gonna just about get ready to get off the air here and everything because it is cold out here. The old hands are taking a pounding. And next video, we'll stain this guy and start another project. So, yeah, I like using beeswax to coat my spoons and spatulas. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So, hope everybody has a great weekend coming up. I know it's only Thursday, but next time I see it, it'll probably be in a day or few, and we're inching our way toward the big Christmas holiday and stuff, and more snow coming, cold air coming, all that good stuff. So, all right, everybody, y'all take care. Thank you so much for joining me, and be looking out for our shorts and everything else and long form videos. All right, y'all take care.